You see how I clean up the house?
Yeah, I did notice. Thank you.
Welcome
Why
to...
are you acting brand new on the camera? Why are you acting brand new?
Consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work so you become mature and well-developed, not deficient in any way.
Welcome to the Verse family.
And he's like this. So you gotta put your elbows straight. What are you doing?
Sorry.
There you go. That's a V.
Welcome. Oh, V.
Welcome.
V. Wow. Welcome to the Verse family.
Hello. We hit 1K.
1K.
We're excited.
Super excited.
So we
So,
brand new.
1K.
Ting.
Dink.
So
Get them.
we said that when we hit 1K, we'll do a Q&A,
We did.
which we're doing
Wow.
right now.
They keep their words. Let me subscribe.
We have questions from Instagram. So praise the Lord. We're ready for these questions.
Hopefully don't take that long.
Hopefully they're not crazy questions.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Bring it
So
on.
from, you want to say that one? If I don't know how to say it, you can say
Yeah, Iyasu.Abraham.
it. On IG. How long have you guys been together? We've been married
We've been together for 2 years.
for 6 months and 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've been married for 6 months and 7 days. So fun. And we dropped our wedding video. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
go look at it. We decided to drop that when we turned 6 months. So, and we've been dating or courting for
Yeah.
2 years.
Uh-huh.
We keep track of that by my nephew's birthday.
He was
our
born.
nephew's birthday. He was born 2 days after we started courting.
2 days.
I remember because I took him to the hospital to meet my. Did you meet my
Shout
sister
out
that day?
Dylan.
I think she.
We already met her before.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I remember telling her she was like laying in the bed with the baby. I'm like, we're together now. I remember.
We met her first time
But,
on Graham's birthday, 22nd
Oh,
birthday.
true. Wow, that was a minute ago. And we've been talking for
Maybe 20.
3 years, 4 years, 3.5 years.
We've been talking for 2.5 years.
No.
Yes.
We did not barely start talking 6 months before we started courting. We were friends way before that.
Bips.
You good, fam?
Smells good in this house. We started talking February that year.
Okay.
When we started courting, right?
Okay.
So-
I'd have to look at my
So
stuff.
February is almost 6 months from September because we celebrating September right now from March, right? 6 months married. So we've been known for each other for 2.5 years or 2 and 7 months. We have known each other for 4 years, but not talked to each other. We have seen each other, known about each other for that long
Okay.
because of church.
What is your job?
I'm accurate.
Accurate. What is your job, both of you? By.
I'm a full-time
Read
gangster.
the name.
Oh.
You better quit playing. I do not date gangsters anymore.
Yeah, yours already married. That's that. Yeah. Abu underscore.
Underscore.
That's right.
You said square.
I said underscore. Underscore. Tasfaye underscore M.
Underscore.
Underscore.
Score.
A squirrel.
Like a score on a board?
No, it's underscore a squirrel.
What is your job,
Okay.
both of you?
Full-time gangster. I already said it.
Full-time thug. No, just kidding. I am the personal assistant to a CEO of multiple businesses
Business
and
entrepreneur.
organizations.
Yeah.
I love my job.
Yeah, she's an amazing assistant. I'm an entrepreneur. Just let's say, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I do Nenya. You know what that is? Nenya business.
Okay, how next? Next, read this name.
Immerlong.
What is it? I'm Mr. Long.
Oh, it says I. What? Oh, you went to high school with him?
Yeah.
I am Mr. Long underscore. Underscore.
He said, how many kids do you guys want and when will you have kids?
50.
He's... I'm just looking for who you're talking to.
No, I mean like 50, like I want $50.
No, we want 3 kids. And we plan on starting in 2023 and having them a year or 2 apart. Yeah, we
So
have
2023.
another video.
27.
We have another video on like in detail of what we wanted, what he originally wanted, what I originally wanted, and
Yeah,
how
we
we
do.
came to agree to 3. At J Ryan with 2 N's. How long? Oh yeah, that's the same question.
How long?
Are y'all going to wait till you have kids?
Oh yeah,
So
I
2
remember
years,
my thoughts
3
now.
years.
I was gonna say that my second kid is gonna be my favorite kid. I already said it on this channel, so.
No, that's not what he said.
Yeah.
Originally, he said the one that's named after him
Yes,
is
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
his
the
favorite
second
kid.
one.
Why though? Why would you do that? Why? How are you pre-deciding?
Because first of all,
And that's not fair.
I'm a second child and my name is Ethiopia, so,
So?
I want another one to look like me.
Narcissist? You only like the one that's like you?
Yup. I want him to look just like me.
Then we're not gonna name him Yudidia.
But our kids probably not gonna watch this, so
Yes, they are.
they not. We gonna make sure they don't understand this language because we're gonna teach them a whole different
What? I don't like when you talk crazy on here. It's like we put the camera on, he talks crazy, and I don't like it.
No, it's cause like, you know, when I be like this, she be like, you weirdo.
Not even.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah, I
joke.
do.
You're
Yeah,
just
I do.
not funny. Yeah. Next question. It's J Ryan with 2 N's again. How did y'all meet? We met at church and we have a whole video on how that went down. We were both going there for a while. Do we have a video on that?
Yeah, how we met.
Yeah, we were both going there for a while. I had boyfriends. Didn't
So
talk to anyone.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Because I used to go with guys there.
You only went there with one guy.
No, it was 2.
What? Who's the second guy?
His name was Nathan.
Nathan.
I couldn't remember if that was a dream or if he really went to church one time, but I think he went a few times.
What?
But I couldn't remember if it was a dream or not, but I think it really happened.
That's weird. Whatever, man.
I told you how many
Whatever,
boyfriends I've
man.
had.
Alright, we done with
The
that.
first time
we done
we-
with that subject. We met. We got married. All right. Yeah.
From Catherine Muffane. Are you gonna take your wife to Ethiopia?
Sure. Yeah. I think I thought about it a long time ago, actually. But I do want to take her because I want her to experience fully where I was raised, how I was brought up, and also like the culture that we had over there. And it's like, when I say culture, it's mainly like food, to be honest with you.
Like real food?
Because I wasn't raised in a cultural home. Like, we didn't like wear cultural clothes and stuff like that. We didn't do all that stuff. My dad was very like he wasn't culture based in a way. He was uncultural.
You know, it's funny, my mom told me, she was like, when we first like got engaged, or maybe before we got engaged, she was like, we were just scared he was gonna take you to Ethiopia. Like take me away. Like just kids like take me.
That's too much.
Yeah, I remember she said
That's
that.
too much.
I was like, what? I was like, I
But-
mean, we're gonna go there. I want to see where he's from. Like, I take him around my neighborhood where I used
Because
to
I think
live.
there's some people that take their wife to like, you know, back
Yeah,
to their
like
country.
take them, like just. All right, Candace the Great. She sent us a few good ones.
Who's that? Alright, that's our big fan right now.
Yeah.
Consistently coming.
Who does the cooking? Okay, so
She does the like breakfast, like
Yeah.
bagel and cheese.
yeah, but like real cooking, like when we have meals. When
We kick us out right now.
do, he does. He does.
I
the
said we
cooking.
cook together.
I do breakfast like when we have like our Saturday mornings together, like our
Yeah.
long Saturday mornings.
What? Yeah, like her chorizo.
Or
stuff
like
that.
Mondays sometimes.
Chorizo and papas.
So yeah. Good job, he's so cute. But yeah, so mostly him though. I do it here and there, but he's definitely the cooker of the house. Biggest thing you've overcome together as a couple?
Biggest thing I think it could be multiple things, I would say. But
Biggest. What's the biggest?
the biggest thing I think is like
So like I guess communication in a way, like listening and understanding is the biggest thing we had to overcome together, which we're still learning, you know, but it's like there were things I had been through that we didn't know, or I didn't even know, but he didn't know because we didn't talk about it.
Definitely.
Or even like he said, our positions. It was just, that was a real big step when we started when we learned to communicate the right way.
Yeah.
That's what changed it, because like we learned a lot about each other's positions, not only in life but like in the marriage, and like things we've been through before that explain why we are the way we are now. Okay, what's one thing y'all learned about each other after you moved in together that you didn't like? Be honest. It's the worst thing about living with me.
But like I can't be honest like that though. I don't know it. Like, what you mean honest? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like,
anything?
what's one thing you
Expose
realized?
you basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Why would I want to expose you though?
What is it? Tell me first, and I'll tell you.
I don't know it yet, but why would I want to expose you?
That's the question. That's
How
the
about
point
you
of
go?
this.
You go first.
One thing, no, because you're gonna judge what you're gonna say off of the level I say. So you go first.
No, you go first. I don't know yet,
Okay,
man.
let me think of it. One thing.
Oh, I think I got one.
No, it's good. Go ahead. What is it?
No, it's mean.
What is it?
I don't want to be mean.
Tell me, just what is it?
No, I don't want to even tell you. That's the
Tell
point.
me. Is it that
It's not the point for them. It's the point for you.
Just tell me.
I think it would be like her outfit, man.
You don't like how I dress? I think I'm
Trash.
Look, the only reason for that is because I need to go shopping.
Excuses.
I'm serious, because when we
How
go
do you
shopping,
have excuses for a whole 6 months? That's it. That ain't it.
because we got shopping once.
Yeah. How is that my fault?
But didn't you like when we went shopping, what I picked out?
Yeah. I did.
See, so my style isn't bad. It's just the clothes I have are bad.
Her style isn't bad because
I'd say my style
your
would be
style
good.
was trash.
My style was trash. I'll admit that.
Don't even.
I
yeah.
wore t-shirts and jeans and Converse
That's
every
it.
day. That's it.
Like that ain't it.
Okay.
Good. Recently, like, and I'll be looking at her, like she does look good back then. So I'm not saying she didn't look good or anything, but like I knew that the clothes was trash. Even with the trash clothes, she looked good. So, is that mean?
No, it's clothes. Here, let me tell you why. A lot of the clothes I have, I didn't even buy. A lot of the clothes I have just piled up since I was in high school. Like they're just clothes I've had. People give them to me. Like I never had to go shopping because I had clothes.
You just never grew.
But But now we're in a different mindset. It's like I shouldn't have to need it to go get it. Like I could just want it and go get it, you know? So, okay, one thing that I didn't like when we got married.
Give it to me. Why do you keep taking this?
I'll play with it.
This is mine.
I bought it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, let's be fast. I don't want to. You're blessed. Oh yeah, I know.
What?
His hair is everywhere.
That's a cow.
I don't like it.
That's a big
Go
cow.
look at the shower.
Shower?
Yeah.
Why would I look at the shower?
There's hair everywhere. It's not my hair. My hair is long and curly. Your hair is short and curly. It's your hair.
That's a big cow. I got dread.
And when he shaves, and on our pillowcases, I've never had so much hair on my bed.
You're talking about when I cut my hair.
No, and not just that, but even on our pillows, like when you sleep on a pillow. When we had our white pillowcases, your hair was everywhere. Like it just falls out so easily. And I think it's because in these dreads, it's all broken down hair. It's all breakage, so it just falls out. That's one thing I didn't like, is yeah, his hair.
Okay, at King_023. What is the best part of being married?
After talking about what we don't
What advice would you give someone who's struggling with the idea of being married?
He gave us both of those questions.
That's a good question. Okay.
So the first one, what's the best part of being married?
Having each other.
Yeah.
Having each other through everything. Except for like overcoming personal things.
Yeah, like some
we
things-
help out each other,
yeah.
but like
Some things we gotta do on our own.
yeah. But it's just like having her, me knowing that I come home and my wife. Whoa, like it's just, you know what I'm saying? What do you say?
I think it's having someone to always push you, because sometimes you get comfortable and you like miss that point where it's to like check yourself and be like, hey, you know, keep it moving.
Keep it pushing.
So I think it's nice to have someone that's always pushing you, even if they may not notice it in themselves, because you can notice it and point them out. So it's like we all miss it sometimes. So to have like basically an extra set of eyes on you to say, hey, you know, what are you doing? Like, are you pushing?
What advice could you give somebody that's struggling with being married?
I mean, you have to want it. It's like, if anything, I've realized in our premarital counseling is like you can't not really want to get married. Like, it will show. It's like there's things you have to uncover and dig out from your past,
Yes.
talk about that are uncomfortable, and it's like if you really don't want it, it won't work. Like, you won't make it past premarital counseling, because that's why it's so necessary, because it's like there's things we learned that it's like, do I still want to marry this person knowing that he has this baggage, and knowing I have this baggage that we didn't know even existed. I didn't know existed, he didn't know existed, so we didn't know it existed. It's like, if anything, I'd say if you're struggling with the idea of it, you shouldn't get married. At least not yet.
Pastor says all the time, he says, if I can break y'all up, in the counseling, in the premarital counseling, you will never make it outside.
Then the devil can, the world can.
It's like everything will come at you, man. It's like everything that you are avoiding to talk about before, when the action comes, when the things come, it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? If you can't talk about it, you can. If you can't talk past it, not saying avoid it, but deal with it actually and fix it, then you won't get past it when it actually comes.
If you can't deal with it when it's important and not urgent, how are you gonna deal with it when it's urgent and important? Like,
and it's happening.
Yeah, exactly, urgent. Like, you gotta deal with it now. So I'd say, like, you gotta be clear on what you want, and if marriage is what you really want. Just because everyone's married doesn't mean everyone should be married.
Exactly.
You know, there's people like Catherine Coleman who just, you know, she was married and then she wasn't, and
she still
look
did
at all she did.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like some people just, you're not married. If you're graced for that, you're graced for that. You know, don't think it's bad to be graced for that. At Nicole.Yamilet, she said, how's marriage? Marriage is great. Marriage is love. Marriage is increasing. We're learning still about each other. Thank you. That's my friend Nicole. Shout out to Nicole.
Okay.
Love you.
Marriage is amazing, I would say. Thank you for asking, Nicole. Thank you for subscribing, by the way.
Amatia Rose _ what's the best thing about waiting until marriage for sex?
Sex.
I think the main part here is the waiting. What's the best part about waiting? No, what's the best part about sex? I think that you gotta.
Does she say, what's the best thing about marriage?
About marriage sex? No. What's the best thing about waiting until marriage for sex?
Oh, waiting. We didn't have sex before marriage. That's for sure.
We
Okay,
didn't.
let's get that straight.
Let's clear it up though. We actually didn't have sex with anyone before marriage.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's
enough.
different, and I think she might know that from a previous video. So.
I mean, I look godly enough to not have sex before I'm married, don't I?
Huh? You what?
Never mind.
What did you say?
You gotta watch the video.
I would say the best part about waiting is that, you know, there's so much baggage that comes, like even with stuff that isn't sex. You know, I can personally speak from experience, like it's like there's just so much baggage that comes on when you do things like that. And so I'd say I feel like we missed out on a lot waiting. For example, it's like we don't have that comparison aspect. Oh man, they don't do it better than this one ex I had, or they don't, you know, whatever a lot of couples deal with. We don't have that, and I think that's really good that we don't have that, because it saves us from a lot of insecurity. Obviously, you know, being both virgins, we both had to figure things out, but the good part was we were figuring it out together.
Right.
Had one of us not been a virgin, I think it still would have been fine. But I think we really saved ourselves from that comparison aspect. Like, you know, I'm not constantly thinking about what's his name in my mind when I'm with him. You know, I think they saved ourselves from a lot too. Man,
it's just like if you want a prosperous marriage, like off the back, that you don't have to worry much about the sex part or the soul tie, I think it's best to wait. Unless you want to deal with that on top of, you know, communication, money, because there's sort of three things people break up their marriage to.
Divorce for,
yeah. Marriage, money, and sex. And so if you can avoid that already from the back, it doesn't mean that sex life is going to be amazing off the back, but it just means that you don't have to worry about soul ties and stuff like that. So
or deal with it as much as other people do, I would say.
Okay, at Justice W, advice.
With a V.
Yeah, with a V instead of the U. Advice for dealing with being cheated on.
Forgive them.
So she said, you know, forgive them. I think that's the first thing, and then just like after that, it's just like build back up that trust if that's the person that you want to be with.
Yeah.
But if you're not married already, then that's kind of like a no-go, to be honest with you. If you got cheated on before marriage, what would you think that will make any difference after being married? You know what I'm saying? So like you can try to trust them again, but I think that's a no. For me, like if I got cheated on, for example, before marriage, not saying cheated or anything like that, but if that so happened, it would be hard for me to get married. Why would I get married to something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's also situational though, because it's like people can change. It just depends, you know, what's going on with you. But like as for like the single person that got cheated on, I would say the biggest thing is forgiving them, and depending on the situation, you know, either get back together or don't, or, you know, build the trust like he said. But it's like forgiving them is a big thing, because you won't move on. You'll always
that's
have that.
Tough, man.
You always have that, like, oh, was I not good enough? What, you know, all those questions Satan throws at you. So it's like forgive them. Know that, okay, they cheated on me. That's a you problem. You know.
Jordan Fields 218. Who's more likely to do the nasty? Why'd you put that in there?
Because it was a question.
Why would you put? We can't answer that, bruh. Come on, man. We can't answer that. At Chris Hailu _ Chris Hailu. What's the hardest thing y'all has to go through of being married, and how did you grow?
The hardest thing.
The hardest thing. I think we talked about it. Communication.
So yeah, I guess communication and how did you grow? We just work on it. Do it when you don't want to do it. When you don't want to talk about something, talk about that one thing and say, like, to literally to yourself, oh, you don't want me to talk about it, so I'm gonna talk about it and talk about it. Because it's like there's a lot of things we've avoided and overcame because we just talked about it. Like, you could say something that has nothing to do with it, and then boom, it'll break through, whatever, you know. So
yeah,
I'd say communication.
Communication, and there's always gonna be new things that's gonna come ahead. Also, it's not just gonna be like, oh, we dealt with everything, it's done. No.
Yeah.
Peniel, so her name is Peniel, but there's an underscore between the N and the E at the end. What is the good side and the bad side of getting married at early age? That's a good question. We're gonna end it with that too. We said it on the vows is the fact that I get to meet somebody, and she's the one I think that first mentioned this ever, and I was like, well, that's true.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what did you say?
So, you know, you always hear couples say, I wish I met you sooner so I could love you longer. And we met each other as soon as we possibly could. I mean, you know, we got married, I was 20. Like,
boom,
so
boom, boom,
we were
boom,
both
boom,
so
boom.
young, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that we got this box checked. You know, we both wanted marriage, so we were able to, the earlier we got to do it, the earlier we could keep going with the future things, you know, that we want in life. So I think that's what's good about it. I think it also saves us from a lot of the wrong persons, you know. Like I've dated people that were the wrong one, you know, so I went through that heartbreak already, and I think we saved ourselves from a lot more heartbreak than we could have went through. So I think that was beneficial too, because when you're young, it's like, you know, you're figuring out what you want still, you're figuring out all these things, not only your career, colleges, your mate, like all kinds of things you're figuring out. So it's like, and everyone at different ages is too. So I think we saved ourselves from struggling with that for longer than we had to, and which I'm super grateful for.
Yeah.
And the bad thing, I'd say the only bad thing from getting married at an early age is that a lot of people question you. It's like you got to be able to know this is the person you want and it's what you want, because people are gonna be like, you're young, how do you know, you're in college, you're supposed to be experimenting. Like, that's all I got from all my friends in college, especially going to ASU. It's like parties everywhere. So it was a lot of, how are you sure? You're so young still. Aren't you like having fun? And it's like, why can't I have fun with him? You know? So I'd say you have to be like confident in what you want and know what you want, because you'll get a lot of questions, which is fine, because it got us to build the tough skin to say, yeah, this is what I want, you know? But yeah, so I say that. There's a lot of questioning at a young age. Because everyone, like, even if you work, you know, professionally at a young age, they're like, how do you even know what you're doing? You're so young. Can I get a grown up? You know, like stuff like that. So
Facts.
that's what I'd have to say. You had anything else
No,
bad
I
about
think
getting
you said everything. But thank you guys for watching this video. 1K, so we are so happy and grateful. Thank you guys, because you guys have been so truthfully loyal to us, because I mean, we see the growth in less than a year. We got where we got today. I think it's 9 months. It's been 9 months since we started this channel. 1K, you know, we came in real hard at 6 months of being married, and we hit 1K. That's amazing. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys check us out on Instagram and TikTok, because we're gonna be posting more. We're gonna be more engaged in everything. It should be in the link, then it should be in the description, even for the wedding video. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. If you have future questions, we're gonna be doing it at a milestone that we have, which is like 1K, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K probably, maybe 30, 40. We may do those things, but it's based on you guys and what you guys want. So, you know, comment down below what you guys want. Anything you want to say?
Thank you for submitting questions. It made it fun.
It did make it fun. Till next time, we are ActDaVerse Family.